Hey y'all, and welcome back to Our Road Less Traveled. We have had a busy week here in Elkhart, Indiana.
We really have, and we've been on several tours. We've been fortunate enough to be invited by a couple of manufacturers to do some special things. And the one that we're doing the video on now, if you're in the RV industry and you don't know about this company, or they're not on your radar, or you're not using their products, you need to really second think that and check them out.
Yep.
So what was this manufacturer that we went to go see?
We went to Gen-Y Hitches, which is completely out of my wheelhouse, but I have to say, I was impressed. It was like having our own episode of how things are made just for us.
Yeah, to expand on this, the level of hospitality that Gen-Y puts into, and they're open for anybody, y'all. This isn't just because we have a YouTube channel. They leave their entire corporate headquarters open. When you walk in, it's wide open. You can go from engineering to design. I'm pretty sure you have to get approval to go back in where the machinery is because of glasses. But the tour, they left nothing unturned. I mean,
Yep.
and they're just a good company. You hear companies say all the time, our culture's great and we love our employees, and then when it comes time for 401k contribution, it's 2%. Or everybody's got to work 80 hours a week, but the owner has to get his vacation time in Hawaii for 3 months. Gen-Y is not like that. We met the guy that founded it and is now co-founder with his partner.
Yeah.
And he is the most down-to-earth human being I think I've ever met in my life.
Right.
They set up virtual golf in their headquarters for their employees.
Mm-hmm. They have a gym. They're building a daycare.
I mean, the list just goes on and on. Their entire
2 or 3 lounges for their employees to have lunch or whatever.
On-site kitchens.
An outdoor area for eating lunch or having phone calls or whatever.
The biggest thing that caught my attention is when you go through the facility, one, the floors are just immaculate. Even
so shiny.
Even in the manufacturing area, it's just absolutely beautiful. And 100% air conditioning. That I'm sure there's a few jobs in there that get a little warm, but it's not because there's a lack of an AC. Their entire manufacturing facility is air conditioned.
Yeah, impressive. Like
I don't think I saw a single person not smiling the whole time we were there.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, one, the new hitch has 1.5 miles on it.
Yeah.
So we can't really give you a testament as to the quality of it, but I can tell you based off of going through their facility and meeting their employees, if the hitch is half the quality that their employees put into it, we'll be blown out of the water.
Right.
We met Donna, who walked us through the tour, and honestly, she did such a great job. We're just going to let her talk about the video and walk y'all through each segment of it. So stay tuned, and Donna's going to take it from here.
So to give some context to this new building, this is actually a brand new facility that we finished this year. Our team got fully moved in the beginning of June, so this is really exciting for our team. It's a much bigger space. We're able to house Gen-Y Hitch, which is our hitch division, and that's the flagship brand, as well as Gen-Y Tech, which is our manufacturing division. So all of us are able to be under one roof, whereas before Gen-Y Tech used to be over in Bremen, about 8 miles west of us. So really the idea behind this building is more space for expansion, and being able to house both divisions under one roof.
It's really nice.
Yes, yeah, and our old building is actually just down the street, but this is definitely an upgrade. It's really exciting to see all of us here together, and we got to all collaborate on designs and colors and really the layout of it. And as you can tell, there's no offices, so the leadership really wanted an open concept, so none of the executive leaders nor any of the managers have necessarily closed offices, so it's a very open environment, a welcoming environment for everybody to feel welcome here, whether it's a customer walking in, a new employee, or even our employees that are currently employed here. This is kind of our display case, history, memories. So as you can see here, we've got a couple of old hitches. This is actually one of the very first Boss hitches and Mega Duty hitches. So the Mega Duty hitch was one of the first hitches created by Carl Burkholder, which he's actually walking around there in the kitchen. He is the founder and owner of Gen-Y Hitch. And the idea of the Mega Duty was really birthed out of a problem that he had, and he needed a solution of an adjustable hitch because he owned a tree cutting service. And what he found was he was constantly switching out hitches or losing hitches, and he didn't have a hitch that really fit all of his needs. So he created the Mega Duty hitch. The basic idea of it is these stacked tubes are receiver tubes that he had welded together, and that allowed him to get the adjustability and the strength that he needed to tow his fleet, the trucks that he owned. So he created this, and he noticed a lot of friends and family were asking, well, I need a hitch like this because I have the same issue. And that's really where the idea was born. He took it to market, and here we are today, 11, 12 years later in this new building. And from there we've expanded into many different markets. The Boss hitch is one that utilizes our patented torsion flux technology. So this technology is really what made us known on the market, and it's designed to create a smoother ride between your truck and your trailer. So much like the executive hitch on your guys' camper, it utilizes that technology, so you're not experiencing as much of that movement and chucking and bucking when you're driving down the road. This is just in a bumper pull style, where you guys have it in a fifth wheel style hitch. And then from there we've got the patents next to them, as well as a number of different awards that we've won over the years. Hopefully we get to expand this and win many more awards in the future, but we're very, very, very proud of these. So then you can see here we have displayed some of our bumper pull style hitches. So we definitely expanded from the Mega Duty into the Boss, into this is our Phantom hitch, the Glider hitch, which also utilizes that torsion flex technology, but in a much smaller format. This is rated for up to 7,000 pounds, whereas the Mega Duty ranges anywhere from 10,000 up to 32,000 pounds. We've got a number of different styles of Mega Duties. This would be an example of an offset hitch. So again, just more adjustability depending on where the owner's truck sits. So really the idea behind our products is adjustability, versatility, very heavy duty, and obviously all made here in America. So we're proud of that. Depending on what the owner needs, our sales team does a really good job of asking the right questions, making sure we send it out right the first time instead of having to exchange units. So we've got a calculation on our website for determining which one is right for the owner.
What I noticed about it is just the absolute flawless construction of all the mechanisms, and I mean they're beefy. They're not flimsy at all.
No. And then you may have noticed this. This is not a hitch. We support the Napanee Art Council, and this year we decided to create this structure. The theme was out of this world. And so we replicated, based on materials that we use at Gen-Y Tech, we replicated the Falcon Heavy SpaceX rocket ship. So this will be displayed later on in the fall, downtown Napanee. So we're pretty proud of this design. Yeah, so it was a fun little project for our engineers to work together on. We've got a number of different meeting rooms strategically placed throughout the building. These two glass meeting rooms are for somewhat of a bigger group, and then we've got the Glider and Phantom meeting room, which are actually names of our products as well, so that was also kind of a neat touch. We've got the Mega Duty, the Boss, the Glider, and the Phantom meeting rooms. So then from there, we got our little cafe. This is really a space for our team to come together when we have events. We eventually want to hire a private chef for our team because food and eating is something we really enjoy around here. So we wanted to make this an open space for our employees. A space for everybody to come together, you know, whether it's celebrating events like our open house next week or birthday parties, milestones, we like to all gather together. So yeah, this would be kind of the sales and marketing wing. So this would be kind of the inside sales. We've got Kendra, she would be kind of like shipping coordinator. She handles a lot of the returns, warranties, kind of the middle mitigator between sales and shipping. So she does a lot for us. Then we've got outside sales. So an interesting thing that you guys might not know, we go to market in a number of different ways. So we sell dealer direct, we sell retail direct. So as you saw, customers are able to walk in and purchase products. We sell through wholesale, through Amazon. So a number of different channels. It's not just dealer direct or, you know, wholesale direct. We try to be available to anybody that wants to buy a product from us.
So if you're ordering online and looking to a 4 to 6 week lead time,
Yes.
you can potentially show up here and you may have it in stock for purchase on site.
Yeah, so in that case, we always tell customers to call ahead of time. Right now, like you said, we are experiencing a lead time. That's not the normal for us. We don't want to have a lead time whatsoever. But this year, with just increased spike that we saw in sales and customer demand, we are having that lead time. But our team is working very hard every single day to try and dwindle that number down as much as we can. That's just the nature of manufacturing and business. That's where we're at. So.
No, but I'm sure the fact that, and let's be honest, it's a quality product. It's very highly sought after. To me, it's one of the best on the market for stopping the bucking and the chucking and, you know, relieving stress on a fifth wheel frame.
Right.
Which is why I know y'all picked up one major manufacturer that uses y'all in the Brinkley.
Yes. Yep. There are a number of different ones that buy through us directly or want to work with us directly. But yes, we are becoming standard on Brinkley units. So that's a really big partnership we're excited for. Here we've got kind of the engineering R&D area. We're actually expanding already on this brand new building on the west side. So if you see kind of construction cars going in through there on that side, they're building where the first floor will be for engineering, research and development, and the second floor will actually be a daycare for our employees, for the moms that have children, can't find childcare. That's something that was really important to us as a company, so we'll have a daycare available in the next coming months.
Nice.
Engineering department. We've got some guests, Clay and Maria, a fellow engineer here.
Hi.
They travel full time in their RV and wanted to take a tour of our facility.
Oh, that's cool. Very nice to meet you.
This area we wanted to construct for employees if they have a private call they want to make or want to eat lunch outside. It's just kind of like a little patio pergola area for our employees to enjoy.
Y'all really create a nice environment for your employees.
Yes. Everybody is family. This is Maynard.
Hello.
Maynard, you might be on YouTube soon.
Oh no.
So Billy and Maynard manage a lot of the shipping, receiving, and then here we're gonna have kind of a photo room. So for us, you know, I'm in marketing, so we have to take new pictures of products, updated photos, things like that. So this will look a little bit better in the next coming months, but hope to have a little studio here. Here, our dock here is where all the shipments go out. And here we've got the warehouse storage, and this area is where all Gen-Y Hitch products are shipped out. So I believe the daily average of how many hitches we ship out, I'd have to double check with Kendra. I want to say it's between 200 and 300 hitches a day. Just bumper pull hitches, not including executives or ramps is another division we have.
Y'all still, your bread and butter is still your hitches, right?
Correct.
Not necessarily the fifth wheel or the gooseneck.
Well, the executive is very close to being one of the highest selling products now. Just because of how it's taken the market by storm, there's such a big demand for it. So between the executive and our Mega Duty, which is the original hitch, I would say those are two of the biggest sellers that we sell here today. Sorry, okay. So yep, like I said, our team here packages, wraps, if there's any assembly needed. So for the torsion hitches, we have to attach the link arms, put the hitch together. That's done on that side of the bench. Here we do a lot of our bumper pull where they just wrap, box them, and then everything is shipped out here or at the docks. Something that might be a little interesting. Let me see if that's on here. So the torsion rubber arms that are inside of our Torsion Flex technology are actually frozen in there with liquid nitrogen. So we have these presses here, and if you see here on the side of, that would actually be the side of one of the executives of the Kingpin model, you have this metal inner bar, and then you have 4 rubber bushings on the side of it. So as those arms flex up and down, that inner bar is actually flexing on those rubber torsion bars. So those torsion bars are put into these presses, they're frozen and pressed down. Then what happens is, in whatever torsion product there is, they insert that metal inner bar and the 4 rubber bushings on the side of it. And as they heat, they expand and keep that metal bar in the center of it. So this is kind of where the torsion magic happens, is this area.
So you're not going to put just a little WD-40 in there and squirt those back
Yes.
out?
Well, not necessarily. There's another press on that side. Yeah, that would be kind of like what the side of your hitch looks like if it was exposed.
This is just insane. It looks like an Amazon warehouse.
Yeah, and we're already talking about expansion just because it's crazy. Like, it's a big blessing, but it's also like, okay, how are we gonna, what is it gonna look like in a year or two from now, you know? So it's exciting. It's exciting to be part of the team.
There's your nitrogen.
Yep, and liquid nitrogen. So these get formed around and welded to the receiver tubes that I was talking about earlier and create a structure for our bumper pull hitches and increases strength. And this Mazak laser is what cuts out all of these pieces. The home that Carl he grew up in is where our current powder coating facility is right now. So the plan is to bring powder coating in-house here. So that's why this area is a little empty at the moment. That's the plan for the future. This machine back here is actually what bends all the plates. So on the executive unit, you notice there's a number of different bends on the frame. This machine is what bends those plates. I think it bends up to 3 inches of material, 3 inch thick. He's actually welding the executives right now, so you can go check that out. shank that is machined by one of the robotic machines with these divots, and then these balls are welded onto the ball mount. So Keith tack welds the ball mount to the shank, and the robot finishes the weld for it. And then we have a horizontal mill. They do all the machining for all of our drop hitches and ball mounts. So this one's machining the edges of our ball mounts to make sure they have rounded edges. So this is what produces the pins, all of our pins for the ball mounts, the different accessories. Here. So this will mill down, this will come in a bigger size, so it'll mill down all this material, make these grooves in it, and then it mills our logo in the top of the pin.
Oh, no, that's cool.
Along with the holes. This would be the break room for all the production. This is an area obviously they can come for break if they need to make a phone call. Again, we wanted to make it a big enough space where everybody could come together and eat their lunches, or take a break if need be. So yeah, this is it. And then you can see kind of the new construction going on over there. That is where the engineering, R&D, and then the daycare would be on the second floor. Will be. So then this side would be, we have HR, finance, a lot of the executive leadership team. So you'll notice a lot of this area upstairs is empty. The main idea for it is expansion, so as our team grows, we have room to grow for our office personnel as well. So on this side, there's not really much. And through here, we've got the executive meeting room. That sounds familiar. This is our executive meeting room. Obviously not done decorating it yet, but you might also notice the tables are somewhat small for such a big conference room. And really the idea with that is if we have future trainings or dealers that come in that need to do training, we want to make these movable so that we can have people facing the screens. So kind of like a classroom setting type of idea here. We have a lot of avid golfers on staff and family members of our employees that love golf. So they said, why not put a golf simulator in the building since we have all this space? So they are constructing a little golf lounging area, I guess you could call it, over here on this side. And again, more room for expansion. Another really neat feature. thought of after construction was something that we've been wanting to do is a podcast. We wanted to have a podcast here, so we are building a landing platform on top of the entrance of the building. So this will be fenced in kind of on top of that airlock room, and we will be having a podcast. Wow. There you go, another perk and benefit for employees. This is open 24/7, open to all staff. Eventually we'll want to open it up to spouses and family members, but this is something that was highly requested. And between this and the daycare, for myself personally, I'm like, I don't know very many companies that offer these types of perks and benefits, so it's a big blessing for us to get to enjoy this as a team.
All right, so as you can see, the Gen-Y facility is just amazing.
Like no other that we've seen.
None. We're going to do a review on the Gen-Y Hitch going to the gooseneck in about 6 months. That should get us all the way up to the northeast and back down to the Gulf, so we ought to have plenty of miles on it.
Yeah.
I will tell you that I did not want to run the chains through the gooseneck and then have to lean into the truck to hook them to the hooks in the truck. I wanted to leave them hooked to the truck and then hook them to the gooseneck. So, and I don't want to lean in to the truck, especially if it's wet or dirty and get all messy and stuff. So I sent them a design idea to see if they could adapt that to where I could leave the chains in the truck and then just hook to the gooseneck, the other end of the safety chains. And within minutes, I got an email back saying they were going to send it over to engineering and see if they could get something done for it. So, you know, I can't say enough. It's a good product, and if you're looking to make a change, you're tired of chucking and bucking, and I would seriously take a look at their product.
Yeah.
So with that, we're done with this one, and we'll catch y'all later. Come see us in Hershey.
Yeah. Bye.